In this story, we will hear about a group of explorers that will unveil mysteries of the town's graveyard. But first, we would like to hear if you have any horror story you would like us to create. Comment down below. Now, let's begin the story. The ominous night of Halloween had draped a small, forgotten town in a chilling shroud of darkness. It was a night when the realms of the living and the dead seemed to draw closer together. A night when secrets buried beneath the tombstones of the town's cemetery beckoned to those who dared to venture into the unknown. Our story unfolds on this eerie Halloween night as the clock strikes midnight, marking the beginning of the most dreaded hour. A group of intrepid explorers, bound by a shared fascination with the macabre and the allure of the unexplained, had gathered in hushed anticipation. Whispers of supernatural encounters and sinister activities had lured them to the desolate graveyard. It was believed that on Halloween night, the boundaries separating the living and the dead grew thin, making it the perfect time to unearth the secrets buried beneath the tombstones. Their expedition had been meticulously planned, with the explorers gathering a collection of tools to aid them in their quest. Armed with shovels, flashlights, and hearts filled with insatiable curiosity, they were ready to confront the eerie and the unknown. Upon their arrival at the cemetery, an unsettling stillness descended. The very air seemed to hold its breath, as if it were waiting for the unearthly events that were about to transpire. Beneath the silvery light of the moon, they stood before the rows of tombstones, each one serving as a silent sentinel to the souls that lay beneath. With trepidation, the explorers began their work, the sound of shovels piercing the quiet night. The dirt they removed from the ground was cold and moist, the earth having kept its secrets for centuries. With each thrust of the shovel, the tension in the air grew palpable. It was as though the spirits of the deceased watched their every move, their presence felt in the ominous silence. Hours passed, and the explorers unearthed forgotten headstones, revealing the twisted history that lay hidden in this legendary cemetery. Dark tales of sinister activities that had transpired in the dead of night began to surface. Whispered accounts of rituals and ceremonies that had occurred in the shadow of the moon. As the explorers delved deeper, they realized that they were on the verge of uncovering secrets that had long been buried. With unwavering determination, they continued their excavation, their courage overshadowing their growing fear. It was as if the very earth held the memories of those who had once roamed these hallowed grounds. But the true horror of the night was yet to come. As the moon reached its zenith, an unsettling shift occurred in the atmosphere. The air grew colder, and the shadows deepened, casting an eerie pallor over the scene. It was at this moment that the explorers had their first encounter with the supernatural. Before their very eyes, a ghastly apparition materialized. It was a specter from the past, with eyes that glowed with an otherworldly light and an incoherent whisper that sent shivers down their spines. Panic seized the explorers as they watched the apparition draw closer, its presence an undeniable force of the supernatural. This unearthly encounter was only the beginning of their nightmarish adventure. More spirits emerged from the darkness, each with its own tragic tale to tell. The explorers found themselves trapped in a haunting realm, their hearts pounding with terror as the line between the living and the dead blurred. As the hours passed, the explorers uncovered dark secrets that had long been forgotten, revealing the sinister activities that had transpired within the cemetery. It became clear that they had unwittingly disturbed the restless spirits who forever haunted this hallowed ground. Their quest to unearth the cemetery's secrets had become a nightmarish ordeal, and the explorers realized they were in a battle for their own souls. The line between the living and the dead had grown perilously thin, and the secrets of the cemetery were far more sinister than they had ever imagined. In their harrowing quest to escape the clutches of the supernatural, they felt as if time itself was against them. The apparitions grew more menacing, and the very earth beneath their feet seemed to tremble with an otherworldly energy. As dawn approached, the the explorers made their frantic escape, leaving the restless spirits behind. The cemetery once again fell into an eerie stillness, and the secrets remained buried. However, the haunting memories of that fateful Halloween night would linger in the explorers' hearts and minds for the rest of their lives. The secrets of the cemetery were buried for a reason, and as the first light of dawn began to break, the explorers knew that some mysteries were best left undisturbed. The cemetery would continue to hold its secrets, and the thin veil between the living and the dead would forever blur on Halloween night.